Hey guys, in this video we'll be going over Big Game Hunter and one of, if not the best way to take down these new beasties. First off, Big Game Hunting was released just yesterday on July 8th alongside the massive island called Anachronia, the Land Out of Time. You don't need anything to get started except some bait to lure the beasts out, but later we'll go over some useful abilities and items that can really make a kill go smoothly. In order to get to each of these hunter bosses, you'll have to either take the agility course, which I find can be one of the best ways, or take one of the many paths leading to them. This is a map that Darkii O put together with the locations of all of them, and I'll add a link to it on the wiki down in the description. There are 9 beasts in total to take down, ranging from the arcane Pterosaur at 75 Hunter and 55 Slayer, to the menacing Pavisaurus Rex we meet when first arriving at the island, at 96 Hunter and 76 Slayer. Note that these beasts mostly give Hunter XP, but they also give some Slayer XP and some woodcutting, fletching, and herblore XP during the fight itself. Every beast requires a specific bait to be used, otherwise the fight is not possible to even begin. So before we go into the fight mechanics and showing a full kill, I'd like to go over some of the things you can bring with you to really help a kill go smoothly. I'll be ordering these from most useful to just nice to have along with you. The first thing is Bladed Dive. It's amazing for multi-directional and quick movement and has saved my butt many times. Also Surge, or Double Surge if you have it, as any mobility you have with you can be extremely helpful. Additionally, the mobile perk on a tool or weapon to decrease the cooldown period of Surge or Bladed Dive is really handy, especially if you surge the wrong way. I wouldn't recommend using on an armor piece with the perk, as there are better things to wear than augmented armor. I'll get to that in a little bit. Magic notepaper or the Pack-Yak's winter storage is essential for a full trip. Otherwise you'll have to bank every 2 to 3 kills, which can be a pain with the traversal of the island taking a while for bosses that are further away. A beast of burden such as a Pack-Yak or a War Tortoise can be very helpful in of itself if you want to minimize the usage of magic notepaper, as the extra inventory space alone can probably help you to kill up to 4 or 5 beasts in a single trip. Full Hunter's outfit and or the Trapper outfit, though I'm not aware at this time whether or not the Trapper outfit has any benefits for big game hunting. If you don't have any Hunter outfits, weight reduction equipment can be very helpful to keep up your stamina if either your agility is too low or your weight is too high. Grace of the Elves and Luck of the Dwarves are actually really good here for some extra GP and chance at the Hazelmere Signet Ring, as the entire fight consists of skilling, and clicking on the Saren Spirit doesn't move your character or interrupt your actions. I know I'll always take free money. To start the fight, you'll need to travel to one of the big game hunting arenas, and click on the bait pad, and it will create an instance that lasts until the beast goes back into hiding. When you enter the fight, there is a pressure plate in roughly the center with 3 piles of rubble surrounding it. There are also 3 colors of poisonous frogs scattered around, but mostly in groups. Then there are 2 jungle trees and 2 jungle vines. All of these things are in fixed positions and will never move between attempts and instances. Additionally, there are 1 to 2 spots of tall grass, and is randomized in location and amount per instance. Note that it does not change per attempt. Then the main attraction is the beast itself. The ring around it indicates if it will see you. Standing inside this ring will cause it to change from blue to red, and after about 5 seconds of standing inside, the beast will roar and scare you away and make you restart the fight. Don't stand in that ring unless you're in tall grass. The beast will be on one of many preset walking paths, so feel free to take a moment and familiarize yourself with it while staying in the tall grass if you're having some trouble. Note that this path has a good chance of changing every kill. Before we get into the actual fight itself, there are some mechanics that are very useful to know. First off, this isn't actually PvM, so there's no combat and you won't take any damage from anything in the arena. When you start a fight with a beast, that beast will become active until you attempt it 5 times, in which there will be a 1-hour cooldown on you being able to fight that particular beast again. Each attempt counts toward that 5 attempts, whether you kill it, fail the fight, or flee. So keep that in mind when you start the instance. Note that leaving after you killed it but before luring another beast will not count toward this limit. Note that if you start a fight with another beast before the active beast is in hiding, the new fight will force that other beast into hiding early, so make sure you're done with the previous one first. Occasionally a beast will stop moving and roar. This signals it will turn the other way and reverse its entire walk pattern, so be aware of that. If a beast walks over you or right next to you, it will stun and bind you for about 2 seconds and interrupt any action you're performing, so try not to get too close when not in tall grass, as that can easily be the end of an attempt. So, how does one fight this beast without weapons? We make them. First line of business is finding out which of the 3 poisons affect the beast the most, so the first kill will vary from subsequent kills in a single instance. Before we start, I cannot stress enough, take your time. I can't count how many times I had to restart a kill due to rushing to get some footage for this video, despite an almost perfect record of not failing. What you'll want to start with is grabbing 11 logs from the jungle trees and 4 vines from the jungle vines, all while avoiding the beast's sight, so run around it or dash into the tall grass when it gets too close. Once you have that, use 5 of your logs to fletch 5 wooden spears. I suggest doing this in the safety of the tall grass, as any actions you do whilst in it will be hidden from the beast's sight. After you have the spears made, click on any 2 colors of frogs, it doesn't matter which, as long as they're different. You should now have 2 spears tipped with different poisons. Now the fun part. The mechanisms need to be set up. I would suggest starting with the rubble to build 2 of the scorpions that are used to kill the beast. Then arm them with your poisoned spears by clicking or right-clicking. Note that if you right-click, it's faster since it skips the interface. Once 2 are built and armed, work out the best time to be in the center of the arena to build the pressure plate. This is the most risky part of the fight, so be cautious and take your time if you need to. When all of this is done, go to the pressure plate and bait it. As long as you weren't in the range of the beast on approach, you'll have more than enough time to finish your action, even if the beast's line of sight goes over you. You'll enter a little cutscene, and it's here you'll want to pay attention. When the damage values show, make a note of which color poison did 30,000 damage. If neither did 30,000, then make a note of the color you didn't use, as that poison will do 30,000. After the cutscene finishes, tip the 3 spears you have with the poison that did 30,000 damage, build and arm all 3 scorpions, and rebuild the pressure plate. Bait the pressure plate, and congratulations on the first kill. Now that the first kill is out of the way, and you know the beast's poison weakness for this entire instance, subsequent kills will be much easier and quicker. This time, cut 7 logs from the jungle tree and 3 vines from the jungle vine. Fletch 3 spears and tip them with the poison that did 30,000 damage, the previous kill. Next, build and arm all 3 scorpions and build and bait the pressure plate. The poison you used should one-hit the beast. Rinse and repeat as many times as you like until the beast goes into hiding. Alright, I'll end the guide here and add a full first and second kill just after this so you can see it in real time and uncut. Well, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed the guide, and I hope it helped. Little shout out to my buddy that accidentally ran into the scene, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Oh no, why is someone just totally messed up my... Okay, well, I guess I'm done recording.